the last update on your MPC.
Welcome everybody. C10 over on Twitch. Ellie. Welcome Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch. Grandpa Leroy, welcome. Bobby Rogers, Teresa K, Jeremy Allen, welcome. Robert Decker, welcome. Dip Bushman, welcome.
We're 1097, arriving with Trinity, fire on scene.
Let me get everything shirted out real quick.
Going southbound at excessive speed, Central Square.
Ben, welcome.
Attack the box signage.
Joe Sloan, welcome. Cindy, welcome. What a great day in America today, guys. C10 over on Facebook. Welcome. Facebook, YouTube, sorry.
The RP device in the second half states that he's inside the DMC.
Compa, ¿cómo andamos?
It'll be the red GMC with a license plate of 9, Frank Edward David.
Michelle, welcome. Sam Ernest, welcome.
10-4. Confirming code 30.
I haven't been able to watch much today, guys. I didn't watch this when they got sworn in. I was able to watch the speech, awesome speech, about 30-minute speech he gave. Woke up late. I didn't get to bed till about 6 a.m. this morning. Zebra, how's it going? Welcome, mods, Karen, oh, Uncle Bill, Mike, my beautiful wife. Welcome, Mama Rita. Buckle up if you girls aren't, you ladies aren't here. Welcome. Kick rocks, what's up? Go over a rumble real quick. Alright, get going, guys. We're not going to that one. Pretty far. Alright, let's go. There's my beautiful wife over there on Twitch. So great speech earlier, guys. I don't know if you guys had a chance to hear it. CBP1 app has been shut down as of effective January 20. If no more CBP1 app, it's going to be interesting to see what's happening at the border. Can't get down there this weekend, Friday and Saturday, due to the fact that I work. And got some stuff to do, but I want to get down there the following weekend for sure, guys. I want to go see what's the border's gonna look like. Today's the 20th. We get down there the 27th. We'll be down there probably. January has 31 days, huh? For the 3rd. Look at the calendar real quick right now. Tammy, welcome. You missed the Joe's Borders tours. We cover enough of the border, guys. We have covered enough. I'm just curious to get down there one more time and see what the border's gonna look like now that President Trump's in office. How fast are the troops gonna be down there? How fast are the NGOs gonna be kicked out of those locations, especially the one that has a free flea market for them at the San Diego, which is San Isidro with Tijuana border wall. Bob, how's it going? Ooh. Trying to make you official border cameraman. There's a lot of us that cover the border. Any of us could be down there. Shout out to everybody who helped expose the border. All those independent journalists, just like myself, who hit it hard the last 3 years nonstop. It's a lot of us that, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a handful of us that did go out there and brought the truth. Darlene, welcome. Is your phone just freezing up? If it does freeze up, can't even talk this morning. If it did freeze up, correction, then what had happened back there, it should be good now. Angel, welcome. So what y'all think about the preemptive pardons handed out as of this morning, late last night? I think it's a big BS. I think there should be a lot of litigations going towards, or they should start being litigated. Sounds good, Cody. Enjoy the Notre Dame, Ohio game. May the best team win. You didn't get a pardon? They were being handed out like if you showed up to the Oprah show, you get a pardon, you get a pardon, everyone gets a pardon. See you tomorrow, Cody. Kimberly, good afternoon. Welcome. Sure was a bunch of BS with the pardons. So who got the preemptive pardons? For sure, Anthony Fauci got a preemptive pardon. Mrs. Cheney got a preemptive pardon. This is for crimes that they have not been charged with, guys.
Check call, Sarah Possible 368, 128 South William, female RP, raising second after son, James, black male, 40, is wearing no shirt, gray pants, has psych issues.
I believe all the J6 committee, everybody that lied in the committee about the J6ers, they all got a preemptive pardon, which is kind of crazy. So they're pretty much admitting that they were at fault, that they lied under oath, and he made sure to give them a preemptive pardon. That way, when the new administration takes office, they know they're going to go after them. So we should, I don't know how deep. I didn't get a chance to look it up on how the Constitution works. I know if a president gives a pardon, the incoming president cannot remove the pardon. But I do not know how the preemptive pardons work. And if they could be litigated, they should be litigated and taken straight over to SCOTUS, which is the Supreme Court. I just didn't have enough time to look it up. I will, when I got home earlier today after work, I was going through my phone and I seen that. I was like, what in the world? Hey, what's up, old Uncle Bill? Hunter over on Rumble. Oh, Uncle Bill on Rumble. Awesome. Oh, Uncle Bill. No worries. He did his family in the last hour? Wow, man. I have not seen that.
97 was fire. I was smoking so far.
Nothing further. We're entering the county for
Is it a coffee break here at the...
At Jason's Retreat, 600 Bernard Street, southbound current.
What the heck happened here? They brought the employee back. What's Rumble? Another streaming app.
Benefits too.
Yep.
I believe fire just completed. Confirmed.
Alright, we're gonna stay here, guys. Wait for a call.
Got it.
Josh Hopkins, welcome.
1022. 10-8.
520, copy 1022, so it's 927. 466 on there.
Houston, Texas, welcome. I pushed the like button to show support. We might get some snow. Houston this week. It's 33 degrees in Houston.
When I made contact with RP, via 1021, advised it should be just north of the 76. However, we're UTL so far, so you can 1022 medical. One, that's 150. For control 280.
Checking.
Okay, for evacuation with units for 128 South Milham.
There's a standoff this morning, guys. As I was leaving work, but my phone was completely dead, and I forgot I brought down the charger. So, but as I was leaving work, it was the last of it. They were doing call outs. The family was coming out. So by the time I went back home, it was pretty much over. Smokey, how's it going?
Many of you have told me that your son is gone. Bring home his body. It should have never happened. 3 years. It's ridiculous. Should have never happened. Wouldn't have happened. I also want to express my tremendous gratitude to the hundreds of thousands of proud American patriots who came from all across the country to join us in this celebration. It's a celebration of a big win. And you're witnessing the dawn of the golden age of America. That's what it's going to be. We're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back fast. We're going to bring it back fast. Let us also thank the incredible service members, National Guardsmen, Police, Secret Service, and law enforcement personnel who are keeping us all safe. Even though, and they are great people, New York's finest. I grew up with New York's finest, and we got to give them their authority back. You won't have any crime. There'll be no crime. You give them little authority back. The whole way they run things in this country now, it's disgraceful. But it's going to change rapidly. We're going to make our cities safe again, too. Even though we're indoors, we've had a magnificent inaugural parade. And let's give a big round of applause. They were great. To all of the incredible performers and hardworking men and women who made it possible. Those people, really talented, amazing people. I also want to thank my wonderful family for being here, especially my beautiful wife, our First Lady, Melania.
Christy with a K, welcome.
First Lady, and also JD. How good has JD been? And his beautiful wife, Usha. How good has JB? JD has been great. He's another good negotiator, Steve. He's a great negotiator, too. We need negotiators in this country. But so many of the people on the stage behind, not only family members, as an example, Laura Trump, the wife of Eric. She was the head of the Republican Party along with my friend Michael. Stand up, the two of you. What a job. What a job.
Did you see your new king accidentally forgot to put his hand on the Bible? I did not see it. And if he forgot to put his hand on the Bible, it's time to question him if it's true.
We did. We made it too big to rig. We won every swing state by a lot. We won the
And he's not my king.
Millions and millions of votes.
It's
we won the
just
whole
100 times better than what we had.
And now we're going to go and drill, baby, drill and do all the things that we've wanted to do and bring your costs down, your prices down, and make our country safe. So thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much. What a job you've done, Michael. I'm never moving you, you know. He was thinking about getting a nice job in the administration. I said, no, I'm leaving you right where you are. You've done a very good job. We're not moving you, Michael. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Right here with us also in the arena, I'm about to sign some very important executive orders of our new administration. Hey, Don, will you stand up, please? Don is another one. How about Don? This guy. He's a popular one. He goes out and speaks. He gets a big crowd. He's a little on the rough side sometimes, but that's what you want. He's done a fantastic job, and he loves our country. Thanks, Don. Great job. You've done a great job. And Ivanka. And you know, Jared negotiated the Abraham Accords, which are the biggest deal made in the Middle East in many, many years, and it's really something. Jared, stand up.
from my neighbor.
The Abraham Accords. And Tiffany's going to have a little baby. And Michael. And then I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Sam didn't tell Trump to put his hand on the Bible. There we go. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's explanation to it, but I didn't watch it. I can't speak on it. I'll go back and watch it and look into it.
Thank you.
And if you watch me a long time, you know that I'm all for holding our government accountable.
You got to go out and do this one and that one, and we did a
But
lot
for
of
anybody that thinks that what we had this past 4 years it's better than President Trump, I don't know what U.S. are you living in.
They were all good. He understood the market. Another famous one. How about Kai? Stand up, Kai.
Something happened here at the store. There's cops taking reports.
Is that Byron Donalds back there? Stand up, Byron. Stand up. What a future this one has. What a future. That's great, Byron. Thank you very much. And how about Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce? He's going to take in more money than any country has ever even thought about.
450 between Neighbors, 1801 Clark Avenue, 2nd Ave, 1800 Wilson.
He's going to take in some money. And we have many others. Look, I'm not going to go through it, but we're going to sign some orders right now, and that's really what I want to do.
Police and riot gear blocked the border in Texas.
So
Awesome.
I'm going to sign executive orders. First, I'll revoke nearly 80 destructive and radical executive actions of the previous administration, one of the worst administrations in history. Maybe not one of them, the worst. Anybody that would allow millions of people.
Go between your butt cheeks, down between and just sniff the sides if you don't.
Venezuela. You know, crime in Venezuela is down 74% because they took their criminals and gave them to us through an open border policy of the previous administration. All over the world, they're emptying their prisons
from Trump to butt cheeks.
into our country. They're emptying their mental institutions into our country. It stops as of 1 o'clock this afternoon, okay? So I'm revoking nearly 80 destructive, radical executive actions of the previous administration. They'll all be null and void within about, 5 minutes? Is that them over there? 5 minutes? And next, to gain immediate control of the vast federal out-of-control bureaucracy, I will implement an immediate regulation freeze which will stop Biden bureaucrats from continuing to regulate. Most of those bureaucrats are being fired. They're gone. Should be all of them, but some sneak through, but we have to live with a couple, I guess. I'll also issue a temporary hiring freeze.
I love that rocket, the 39 smoke.
Only hiring competent people who are faithful.
That was part of the speech I watched earlier. That was awesome.
And we will pause the hiring of any new IRS agents. We will also require that federal workers must return to the office in person. We're going to take the 88,000 people that they hired to go after you with guns. By the way, they're allowed to use guns and harass you like they were so many other people. Remember this. Okay, remember? Do you remember a little statement about tips? Does anybody remember that little statement? I think we won Nevada because of that statement. But they went out and harassed you over the tips. In other words, we are restoring control of our government to the people. We're going to take those 88,000. Let's see if they'd like to work on the border, because that's what we want them, really. So we're going to have no tax on tips, right? No tax. We may have, like the Speaker of the House, is he here? He's done such a good job. Is Mike here? He's around here someplace. I saw him just a little while ago. Hello, fellas. Look at you guys. Yeah, I know it. He's great. He's doing great. They're all doing good. The Republican Party has never been unified like it is right now. They want to save our country. And we're going to more than save it. We're going to make it greater than it's ever been before by a lot. Next, I'm going to sign a presidential memorandum directing every member of my cabinet to marshal every power at their disposal to defeat inflation and rapidly bring down the cost of daily life, because your costs have gone through the roof in the last 4 years. Perhaps you didn't notice. Does anyone notice that costs are like double, triple, quadruple? You can't buy bacon. Apples have doubled in price. You want an apple, anybody? Pay twice what you did 2 years ago. We'll put more money in your pocket, and we'll bring back the American dream and to reduce energy costs and liberate our economy, so we have more oil and gas.
Drill,
than any
baby,
country
drill.
in the world, and we're going to use it. We're not going to do the wind thing. Wind. Big ugly windmills, they ruin your neighborhood. They ruin you. If you have a house that's near a windmill, guess what? Your house is worth less than half. And did you see up in New England with the whales? You see what's happening? So they had 2 whales killed in about 14 years. Last year and the year before, total, they had 28. So if you're into whales, you don't want windmills either. And they're the most expensive form of energy
Hello,
that
Debbie.
you can have by far. And they're all made in China, by the way. Practically all of them. And they kill your birds and they ruin your beautiful landscapes. But other than that, I think they're quite good, right? Now, remember when we used to joke and kid, when we were kidding, but we don't kid anymore? They want to watch the debates on television. They want to watch your favorite president on television. But the wind isn't blowing, so we can't watch television that night, Gladys. Remember? Gladys, I'm sorry, the wind is just not blowing. We're not watching Trump tonight. But I'm immediately withdrawing from the unfair, one-sided Paris Climate Accord ripoff. The United States will not sabotage our own industries while China pollutes
Rugar.
with impunity.
Welcome.
You know, China, I mean, look, they use a lot of dirty energy, but they produce a lot of energy. And when that stuff goes up in the air, you know, it doesn't stay there. It's not like you got a wall. We love walls, don't we? Not like you have a wall around and it floats into the United States of America after 3.5 to 5.5 days. It floats across the oceans and it comes right over your neighborhood and it falls into your neighborhood. So they all say, we have to fight for cleaner air, but the other dirty air is dropping all over us. So what the hell are they talking about? Unless everybody does it, it just doesn't work. You know, we had the cleanest air and the cleanest water that this country's ever had under the Trump administration. And we didn't do anything to stop jobs and stop production, believe me. You're going to see a lot of companies come pouring back because tariffs. I always say tariffs is the most beautiful word to me in the dictionary. And I was reprimanded by the fake news. They said, what about love, religion, and God? I said, I agree. Let's put God number 1. Let's put religion number 2. Love, I don't know. We got to put that number 3, I guess, right? And then it's tariff. Because tariffs are going to make us rich as hell. It's going to bring our country's businesses back that left us. And I'll also sign an executive order to immediately end federal government censorship of the American people. In America, we believe in free speech, and we're bringing it back starting today to stop the weaponization. Oh, do I know about that? These creeps. Deranged Jack Smith. You ever hear of him? Deranged. He's a deranged prosecutor. He's sick. They suck him on me. He's now been reduced to getting on an airplane, going back to The Hague or wherever the hell he came from. We got to get rid of that guy. Hey, was he one of the many people that got a pardon today? Did they pardon Jack Smith? You know, did you know that Biden, while I was making my speech, pardoned his whole family? The brother, the whole deal was pardoned. Can you imagine that? While I was making my speech. Did everybody hear my speech? Did you like my speech?
Now, why would Biden want to pardon his whole family, guys? How much how much offshore accounts they have from all the Ukraine money sent to them and kickback?
I mean, the only thing wrong with it is I had a lot of tough things to say, and I have some great people that work for me, sir.
Imagine if President Trump would have done that when he left office 4 years ago. The meltdown that would have been across all major news networks.
About the J6 hostages that you're going to be releasing today. Sir, don't put that in your speech, please. I said, but I want to put it in my speech. I said, sir, it won't be unified like it is. It's so beautiful the way it is. And it is getting great reviews. You know, if I put things like that in, I'll get terrible reviews. One little paragraph that's a little...
How can you allow pardons if they say they're innocent, right? They just admitted they're wrong.
Said, right,
that's the only reason they give preemptive pardons, because they know that they have committed lots of crimes.
So we're going to be going over the beautiful Oval Office, one of the great offices in history. Even if it wasn't beautiful, it's the Oval Office, but it is beautiful. And we love the Oval Office. It all starts with the Oval. The wars start and end there. Everything starts and ends in the Oval Office. We love it. But we're going to go to the Oval Office. We're going to decide we're going to release our great hostages that didn't do, for the most part, they didn't do stuff wrong. You take a look at what went on, and look what happens in other parts of the country. In Portland, where they kill people, they destroy the city, nothing happens to them. In Seattle, where they took over a big chunk of the city, nothing happened. Minneapolis, where they burned down the city, nothing happened. Essentially nothing happened. All they want to do is go after the J6 hostages. A 76-year-old grandmother was arrested the other day. Because she was looking at the Capitol or something like that. No, we're not going to put up with that crap anymore. And to stop the weaponization of law enforcement, I've been investigating...
Karen, they did preemptive pardons.
I believe I have the old-time
without no crimes being committed. That's in case they come after them. They're already pardoned for the crimes that they haven't been charged with yet. So I would love to see, I know the Constitution protects pardons. In other words, if the incoming president wants to remove a pardon, he can't. For example, Biden pardoned his son Hunter. So President Trump cannot come into office and say, you know what, I'm going to remove Hunter's pardon. It's protected by the Constitution, but I do not know how preemptive pardons work, and I don't know if they should, that they could be litigated. It's all going to come down to the Supreme Court.
39 points down. I think I could have beaten Trump. They should have left me, and I would have been.
More Border Patrol might come to Bakersfield? No, from what I got from the earlier speech, he mentioned Chicago, he mentioned Colorado, he mentioned remain in Mexico. So I think what they're going to go after, and this is the way it should be, just like I was stating 2 weeks ago, they should go after everybody who crossed into this country claiming fake asylum cases, and they should be removed and sent back to remain in Mexico while they wait for the court dates. So what happens right now with the asylum seekers, they have court dates that have dates 2030, 2029, 2028. Their court dates are many many
any and all abuses of power.
years
Even though
away.
he's pardoned many of these people. Can you believe it? He's pardoned them. You know why he did it while I was speaking? Because that way I couldn't speak about it. I was speaking. I didn't know he did it. I finished my speech, and they said, "Sir, he pardoned his whole family." I said, "Ooh, can I go back out there and talk about it?" Somehow that wouldn't be very elegant. Our First Lady would say, "Please don't do that." But we have plenty of time to talk about it, and we will. We're doing all of this on our very first day in office. You know, don't forget, we've been in this position, really, where we won the primaries in record time. We were the fastest win of a primary ever in political history, which is a very nice thing. It's nice to know. Well, the second election was rigged, so we knew we were doing well. And if it wasn't, you know what? If it wasn't, I would have never run. But this third one was just a monster. Boy, was that a big one, huh? That was a big one. On the second one, we got like 10 or 12 million votes more than the first one. How about that? We did great on the first one. We did much better on the second one. But man, did we do well on the third one. So we're gonna have some fun. It's very simple. We're gonna make our country great. We're gonna make our country great again. We're gonna make America great again. How good a name is MAGA, though, right? You know? I was going to say keep America great, but unfortunately it wasn't great. Can't say keep it great. It will be great again. But CAG, keep America great, CAG, I don't think it's ever going to replace MAGA. Does anybody like CAG? I don't think so. It's never replacing MAGA. Nothing will ever replace MAGA. MAGA was the most successful political operation, political movement in the history of our country, maybe in the history of the world. Let's see what happens. Because we're not finished yet. We're not finished yet. We got a long way to go. But we're doing this on the very first day in office, and
Not too much going on in Bakersfield right now, guys.
I'm not only signing the release of the J6 hostages, I'm signing other things that you're gonna love. Oh, you're gonna be happy reading newspapers tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So I just want to thank, I mean, look at this place. It's full to the rafters. You don't have any. Look at those people up there. You don't have any empty seats. And by the way, the Capital One owners, they are so good. We got to root for their teams because they have been so great to MAGA, to us. And I just want to thank Ted and everybody. You guys have been fantastic. And the ice hockey team's doing great. Ovechkin's pretty good, right? They're doing great. So I want to thank them, Capital One arena owners. They have been absolutely fantastic. And thank you once again to everyone. And I can only tell you, you're going to be very happy. You're going to watch a lot of good things happen. We're going to stop some wars that are happening and going on. Some stupid things are happening. The war with Ukraine would have never happened, and it has. As you know, Israel would have never been hit on October 7th, and none of you would be up here. None of you would even know anything about this tragedy that you're going through right now. But Iran was broke. Anybody that bought oil from Iran, they couldn't do any business with us. You're not going to do business with America. China passed. Everybody passed. They were broke. They didn't have money for Hamas. They didn't have money for Hezbollah. And your sons would be alive, and they certainly wouldn't be incarcerated like they are. It's a shame, but we're getting a lot of people out in a short period of time. So I'm going to go right over to here, and I'm going to sign in front of you. Is that okay? Good.
Another girl, how's it going?
You had that other one, Miscellaneous? You had the other one, Miscellaneous?
We don't have that over here, sir. We'll have it for you. The first is the rescissions of 78 Biden-era POs and presidential memoranda.
You want to go with that? You want to say?
Oh, if you want me to, sir.
Why don't you say what I'm saying?
Sure. The first item that President Trump is signing is the rescission of 78 Biden-era executive actions, executive orders, presidential memoranda, and others.
Jay Vissy, how's it going?
Thank you, sir. The second item, President Trump, is a regulatory freeze, as you announced in your speech, preventing bureaucrats from issuing any more regulations until we have full control of this, the government in this administration. The next item, sir, is a freeze on all federal hiring, excepting the military and a number of other excluded categories, again, until full control of the government is achieved and we understand the objectives of government going forward.
Could you imagine Biden doing this? I don't think so.
Sir, the next item, as you announced in your speech, is a requirement that federal workers return to full-time in-person work immediately.
Oh, that was awesome earlier during his speech too. Everybody who got discharged or pretty much fired from the service for refusing the vaccine, he's going to issue back pay
Thank you, sir.
and reinstate them.
A directive to every department and agency in the federal government to address the cost of living crisis that has cost Americans so dearly. Thank you, sir. The next item here is the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty. Yes, sir.
That's very awesome for all those military people who
We're going to save over $1 trillion by
it
withdrawing
affected
from that
affected big time.
And the next item, sir, is a letter that will be transmitted to the United Nations explaining that we are withdrawing from the Paris Climate Treaty. Thank you, sir. This next item is a directive to the federal government ordering the restoration of freedom of speech and preventing government censorship of free speech going forward.
Now go after Google. What do you think fake Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, sucker?
And lastly, sir,
Bend
before we
over.
go back to the Oval Office to sign a large number of other items.
He knew what was coming.
There's a directive to the federal government ending the weaponization of government against the political adversaries of the previous administration, as we've seen.
this thing. Come on.
OCD 517, 1097, first, mile 0.0.
He is slapping the DC police officers in the face. How is he slapping DC police officers in the face? Please explain to me, Bam. You mean those same undercover officers? You mean those same officers that opened the gates to allow people to walk into the Capitol? I'm all up for anybody that destroyed property at the Capitol, anybody that actually committed a crime in the Capitol to be charged with something, but everybody that got allowed to walk in and did not do harm to anything in the Capitol was taken into custody. It's wrong. How's Gavin Newsom reacting to this? Hiding, probably. Yeah, there was something happened here at the store earlier, I guess. There's officers here taking reports. 1 second, guys. I mean, going back to Pam, there was a grandma, one of many cases, just all she did was go in there and pray and walk right back out. Sentenced to 10 months in prison. 10 months in jail. Avoid prison. Just for simply walking in, praying after officers, undercovers, allow them to walk in. Yeah, praying's not a crime. They were not trespassing. There's plenty of video out there when you could see officers opening the gates for them and allowing them to walk in.
At the Walmart 8400 Roseville Highway near the bus stop for difficulty breathing. Static, confirm. Open garage.
Residents should be vacant and not your movement inside the garage.
Copy. Walmart 8400 Roseville Highway, cross of coffee for difficulty breathing. So they have the bus stop. Medical funeral. For medical, 3 medical aid, Echo 2504 Olympic Drive for cardiac arrest. Attempting to pass CPR now.
This is a great day. I agree with you.
Central 610.
The TikTok got shut down for less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, TikTok was down.
Confirming there's not a full arrest going out in the forest area currently.
Judicial responding priority 1 at 2504 Olympic Drive. Cross a band crossed for cardiac arrest. For 502 priority 1.
Really don't care what happens. Really, I just want Trump to do what he is going to do and quit talking. It's kind of hard to quit talking about the past administration when you're fixing all kinds of mistakes they made. I mean, it's kind of hard to leave in the blank. I'm doing this because blank and blank, blank, blank. I mean, you gotta mention why executive orders are coming in and being signed.
Responding priority 1. We at 2504 Olympic Drive. Cross the band cross for an arrest. Medics en route. 502-1022 for close to unit 161.
Bobby Rogers, I think it's awesome Trump stood by his word and went to work so fast on his first day. He said it. Can't wait to see what the first 100 days look like. So, let me see. I have things to do this Friday and Saturday, guys, with my daughters and at work. I do want to get back down there to see how fast they clean up the border. See how fast they kick out the NGLs. Will be awesome. But I gotta find a way to make it happen. Time-wise. So we'll see. I know I said I might have gone. I was probably going to go down there this Friday and Saturday, but that's not going to be possible. We'll give it 2 weeks and see what, and then we'll go down there, see how many troops are down there. How many troops are down there?
Okay, copy. 1709 Everett.
So we'll see what upcoming here in the next gonna go down there. We'll see.
Calls just canceled.
We will see.
Circle only. No longer missing persons. Should be 10-8.
But I do plan to be down there in the next 10 days. What's the we could call it 10 days. Now he's going to go back to the White House and to sign the rest of the orders. Yes, it would be nice to see once we get a list of what's been signed and probably break it down. What does what? We did it, Allie Waters. Yes, we did it. I mean, it's just mind-blowing on how upset some people are of what's happening today. I mean, I just don't understand how anybody's okay with paying 3 times, 4 times more at the grocery store, how paying double in fuel prices, 2.5 times, 2.5 times more the last couple of years. Just crazy. Oh, hard. People are okay to allow millions and millions of people to come into our country legally and then be rewarded with nice fancy hotels, food stamp cards, medical. Well, we as Americans are struggling.
Building 3 at Alma Lighthouse, Russell.
All J6ers will be out by midnight. Awesome. I get $14 an hour and I put 90 hours, sometimes more every 2 weeks. I cannot survive. Yeah, absolutely. And you're not the only one. A lot of us are in that situation right now where we put so many hours and we're living paycheck to paycheck trying to survive. But our government for the past 4 years thought it was okay to open the borders and allow over 10 million people in and hand them everything in the silver platter on our tax dollar. Yeah, groceries have been super expensive and getting worse. 5 dozen of eggs here at the grocery store at Walmart were $37 last week. CBP One app has been shut down, guys. The CBP One app has been shut down. U.S. Custom Border Protection website. Where's this at? 409 Gable. Let's see if we can make this. Code 4. It's over. Let's go for a drive anyways.
From Westchester, suspicious person at 3200 Dorchester across the West Bay. For multiple transits in the alley, spoken HS. Yeah, 3200 Dorchester.
Monterey, welcome. Again? thought they just cleared it. All right, start driving down that way. Huh?
Copy, taking subject into custody, code 4.
You know,
Right, I'm sorry. Continue to much problem, so far. Good. I'm going to come here in another unit. I should take up your also in another unit. For Central 1, can you resolve for Central 3?
then give the address out to that one.
Also, can you come to that unit?
Also, join copy. Found airport. Build a red light. Speeds up 30.
Got Chase. We got a Chase. Airport.
So going northbound airport, passing Generate, speeds up 70, light traffic, no pets.
You're welcome, Nathan. So right now, Kern County Sheriff's Office is in pursuit of a vehicle. They're traveling northbound on Airport Drive, just past China Grade. We're pretty far away from it. Hopefully it loops around once it hits Murray Hager.
Airport approaching day, speeds up 70, light traffic, no pets.
70 miles per hour.
On airport.
Pretty fast for that street. I think the speed limit on Airport Drive is about 35 miles, 40 miles per hour. Vehicle yielded. So we got a quitter. Vehicle yielded.
Northbound stop, just west of day, crash north of day.
North of day.
Northbound stop.
We're about 15 minutes away from this, guys. We're gonna try to get to it. The vehicle has yielded. No update on how many occupants.
Keep going, we have fishing hits on the stop. If we can get a few units to go circulate for the passenger.
So there was a passenger.
King 3. Metro 4, other unit. Metro 4 was the last known of the passenger. Might go to white flannel.
Is this thing on? Is there a link for what, Christy King?
Control King 3, what was the last known location?
So they're with the vehicle right now. The vehicle has yielded. Deputies are asking for other units.
Passenger.
The passenger went on the foot bail.
From code 3. We're code 30 on the stop. Metro Charles Grade.
Link for the J6. I think Oriole's out there right now, and Stormtrooper, who's like the main streamer for the J6 corner. They're both on Rumble.
144 Acre. 144 David 4. Adam, did you go east or west? He jumped out at the southeast corner. Back metal, white flannel, blue jeans, black hair. Probably in his late 30s, 40s.
We got a way to go, guys. Gotta get through all this traffic.
40 before Adam with King 1. Metro 4 with King 1. King Group at 908. 908. Our 1015 defining the subject Duran is going to be his uncle. First of Leroy, last of Colin. Unknown database. Leroy Combs. Code 3 on Metro Town Square.
They just cleared it. They took the driver into custody. He's advising that the passenger that fled on foot is his uncle.
Units being advised of a 245 with a vehicle. Just occurred Olive and Newton. We're still on line with the second half.
Olive and Newton. All right, I'm gonna go to the 245 with a vehicle, guys. This calls during custody.
The rest is going to be 1032 Big Times 2. First is no bail for PRCS violation. Second is also no bail for PC 4573. The original PRCS is going to be for 1051 and 4532.
Gypsy, yes, we did it. We sure did it. Now sit back and enjoy the next 4 years. And hopefully the next 8 years. Hopefully Vance runs for in 2028. Alright guys, I'm en route to 245. Assault with a deadly weapon. This happened with a vehicle off Olive and Newton. Emma Montana, welcome. California girl, what's up?
I work for Robert. Thomas Ryan, date of birth of 5/20/1987. Social will be 553944641. Should be fine.
Dora, welcome. Doing great. Thank you for asking.
5218 Scalesdale Court, across the Sowerby Village, please. Please for difficulty breathing.
7-9 copy, 5218 Scalesdale Court.
10841.
Ace of Heart, welcome. So no updates on this call, guys. Call came across Olive Drive in Newton Drive for a 245 with a vehicle. It's out with a deadly weapon. No updates on the call yet. We're about 3 or 4 minutes away now. Emma Montana over in Rumble, welcome.
214 East 7th Street, heading.
I think Rumble's chat's not working today. Oh, I see one comment right now. There's a couple of comments earlier with Hunter and Uncle Bill. Now they're all gone and it's just one comment.
Both units en route to possible 459 to our residence 62828, second hand to the RP. Can you copy? 812, can you start that one?
How about them Eagles? Man, Barkley's something else.
405, 1096, I can be around till last. One of the 50 cars can cancel the registration.
We'll keep them going for a perimeter at this time. I'll put you in route to handle.
05, copy.
Where we're going, just past the Sam Lynn ballpark entrance is the next entrance from Pioneer Village. On post 1, update time is 0400. Have a good day.
I copy your log on. Have a good day. I'll share responding party 3. 214 East 7th Street, crosses South Tulare for heading.
So this is what the call came across right here. Olive and Newt's in. Don't see
Number, also second half west, fire incident eastbound on 28th Street. 10-4.
don't see nothing going on. No deputies in the area. Okay, I see your comment, Uncle Bill. Maybe on the other side, behind the 7-Eleven.
Copy, it's not the driveway to Salem Park, it's the next one. RP did use plural as if there was more than one subject, however.
Captain 505A vehicle seen driving on the opposite road of the area of Harris, Sumner Springs Drive on a brown older model GMC Sierra. The gardening trailer 4 Henry Frank 2842, swerving and driving on the opposite side of the roadway off of Harris, Summer Springs Drive in the south. An older model GMC Sierra with a gardening trailer, California plate 4 Henry Frank 2842. Control to clear.
Thank you, West Virginia, and welcome.
8 Frank Mary Jean 896. Toyota Prius.
So the call came across here for a 245 assault with a deadly weapon. Weapon of choice was a vehicle. Don't see nothing.
Locally current.
039.
Haze of Heart.
He's advising out of the apartment states it's a residence pricing a house and that he'll be in the area in a white Dodge Journey. 10-6 in the area until advised code for it.
We'll wait here for a little bit.
Listed, KFC.
1 second. Truck was stolen yesterday. Oh, that sucks.
I'll lead the way. The RP in the alley, he's around to the front of the residence, with the key. 40424.
Walmart and Colony. Any good calls going on? Nothing much, January. How you feeling, January?
1021 city, please.
Oh, the cop won't do much, Nayeli. Cops will not do much. It happens so often here in Bakersfield. Chris, welcome. So this call turned out to be nothing, guys.
10-7.
North. Clear, make a left turn there.
pray for you, Jared.
Sir Williams, Chesapeake. Pacific Passenger on Pacific.
Here's 2010 That's what you covered today.
Southgate and South Chester license plate 9, Henry David Sam 189 on the black Nissan Altima.
10-10.
Henry Ramco. There's going to be a broken window to the back of the residence.
Copy, broken window to the rear of the residence.
451 final stop, Southgate, South Chester.
Copy, South K and South Chester, no stops on your plate, 2012 Nissan, expired, correction, current, local. 4651, clearing residence with a buzz on code.
4 for information of the 905 inside the residence.
Copy, 905 inside.
One was last seen southbound Ash from Harris, driving wrong way and possibly sleeping at the wheel. Not in Charleston, room 208, but 2 transport to Southwest. Wait, return.
Right, Robert?
65.
Baker 529, I'll show you responding priority 1 at 13520 Sunlight Star Street, across the Starfall. Looking for a seizure, medical team route.
13520 Sunlight Star Street.
Medic 40, priority 1.
464.
Priority 1 at 13520 Sunlight Star Street, across the Starfall Way. Will be for a seizure.
13520 Sunlight Star Street. 20.
Fully copied.
Ace of Heart, yeah, he is. He's on Rumble.
4861, copy, over.
crazy, Brian Luck. It's a busy day today in the news. Very busy day. So much stuff, so much content right now. It's a great day in America today. Shout out to all those patriots out there at the J6 corner who were there day after day, night after night, supporting them.
Park 24. A park unit to clear and respond to assist Jet 3, California and Oak.
12009 Cherry Valley Avenue.
22. Confirm you can handle.
Okay, folks, show me around.
Park 22, Dipper.
HMS 11377 Adam is Singer 2020 and vehicle code 4261.1 Adam. The third felony bench through the county, no bail for PC 3455 Adam. He has 3 additional misdemeanors, 2 out of the city, 1 out of Delano. Also appears his status for 460 B-Boy and 496 Adam 19.
1500 J6 full party and signing it now. Awesome. Drill, baby, drill. That's right.
Standing by for a tow.
It's gonna be Steve.
Four Valley 2.
As it's continuing.
King 12.
King 12, Patriot 34.
Smart boil for anyone. Check the welfare in the metro. 1610 Owens. 1020 through rapid deploy. Accurate to 14 meters with a female crying. 415 with a male subject.
Connected by Copy. Copy. Jump off from boy control. 4-1. Jump off from boy 214, set to a quarter violation at 613 Andrea Avenue, cross Kenny. Cab will be H. Charles Willis, was restrained and observed. CPL 613 Andrea Avenue. 4-1 copy out. Bring on over.
Hey, you're 10-1. Static. Can I?
King 12 today.
King 12 today. We'll be in our tow Los Angeles.
Just confirm radio.
Metro 6.
4 Metro 6, 10-4. King 12, Unit 4, you can clear. Correction, 4 Valley 2, Unit 4, you can clear.
My mic over on Rumble.
Meadows 13, Meadows 11.
Meadows 11, Meadows 13.
You're at 10-20?
Interior lines, what's the front?
Copy. Go ahead and respond to the rep.
So Newsmax reporting 1500 J6ers just pardoned. How much natural resources are available in the oil fields in Oildale? I don't know about Oildale, but we do have a lot of natural resources out here in Kern County. Are they gonna knock down the building? I have no idea what the owner has planned to do with the building. Maybe after the insurance pays him out.
510.
Affirm 510. Bottom power 2 about 200. Somewhere up. One pop fire at 1060 with 1 alert. Come to the scene. One pop for Adam King 3. Can you go to attack? I'll be around to tag 046. Start with this negative when available. 4 Valley 2. Copy. Super. Hey, you gonna eliminate me or you want me to go over there? No, I'll eliminate with you at you just tell me, you want a Merle Haggard and N65 or what? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, sounds good.
Med 9, you can complete.
67, copy complete.
67 complete, 1649. Two medical aid, 6304 Stonegate Drive. For a seizure. OCD 534, we're 10-6 plus 1 locking off. Have a good night. 459 alarm at 1200 Discovery Drive. Activation is to the north lobby doors. Anyone?
Got confirmation some J6 has been released.
Medic 40, you can show me 10 at the 8 council, see my building. Good one, go ahead. Last of Arizona, Adam, Robert, Ida, Zebra, Ocean, Charles, Adam, versus Obi, Ocean, Edward, Boy, Edward, David, date of birth 5/29/1999. David 1, you need to 9 your subject class and first you were 10-1 static. Arizona, Adam, Robert, Ida, Zebra, Ocean, Charles, Adam, versus OP, Ocean, Edward, Boy, Edward, David. 9-4. Go for it.
10-6 plus 1. Have a good night.
Multiple is covering Wolf Fire by concrete traffic. Unit 10. 2 Focal Boy Team, 1031 RP. I have a provided post description in the second half. And also obtained year round off for the tour vehicle. 10-4. 1 Rich 10, cleared at 29-1 by CDL. Rich 10, negative, stand by this one.
Darla, welcome. Rhonda, welcome. Yes.
Last of phonetically, William, Edward, Sam, Tom, Edward, Nora, Boy, Edward, Robert, George, Edward, Robert. First of Kevin, advice duration full. 10-4. District 23 with a silver Tater Prius, 7 Paul, Mary, Paul, 353.
Yeah, Vicky, that has been confirmed already. 1500.
This is an executive order relating to...
As a BRICS nation, they'll have 100% tariff if they so much as even think about doing what they thought. And therefore they'll give it up immediately. So will China give it up.
So this is about reforming the system of hiring in the federal government to ensure that merit is the lodestar of hiring decisions.
As per the Supreme Court.
Other matters, yes, sir.
No more DEI.
Our country is going to be based on merit again.
Hey, firm, you have 2 ahead of you.
Can you believe it?
10-4.
So the executive order he just signed is to get rid of
Well, this is only half a day. I have another half a
DEI,
day left.
hiring, merit, going back to merit the way it should be. You hire because of what you know, what degrees you have, what certification you have, how much knowledge, how much experience you have. Not just because you identify as something.
We have a problem in this country. Son, an executive order doesn't get done for 6 months. As an example, when we allowed the J6 hostages to go out, it might not be approved under the old days for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 months. You know, they had a good ruling from the Supreme Court, and it's like nothing happened. That ruling was 6 months ago, you know that. And it was like they didn't have a ruling. They've been treated very unfair. The judges have been absolutely brutal. The prosecutors have been brutal. Nobody's ever treated people in this country like that.
65. Technically, resident multiplier 10515 at the highway.
Well, we're looking at 2 police officers, actually, that Washington police officers who went after an illegal, and things happened and they ended up putting them in jail. They got 5-year jail sentences, you know the case. And we're looking at that in order to give them we gotta give them a break. Well, it would be a part, that would be a part, what I'm talking about would be a part.
Because this is
Well, I will say this, they've been in jail for a long time already. I see murderers in this country get 2 years, 1 year, and maybe no time. So they've already been in jail for a long time. These people have been destroyed. What they've done to these people is outrageous. There's rarely been anything like it in history, in the history of our country. And even people that were aggressive And in many cases, I believe they happen to be outside agitators. But what do I know? But I think they were. I think they were outside agitators. They were outside agitators. And obviously the FBI was involved because Ray admitted the FBI was involved. Didn't he say 23 people indirectly or directly were involved? And it was then 26. That's a lot of people. Now we got to take care of these people have been treated so badly. It's never happened before. What happened in Seattle where they took over a big portion of the city? What happened in Portland where they burn down the city every day and people die? Nothing happened to anybody. But they go after these people violently. I mean, they're still going after brand new people. They found somebody else with a picture. There's never been anything like this. And you know, it's almost 100%. Think of this. Almost 100% of the people are convicted. 100%. It's Washington, D.C. People go into a trial and they say, oh, I have a wonderful lawyer and I didn't do anything wrong. And they end up in shackles almost immediately and jail. No, I can let it happen.
Robert, Ocean, Sam, first of Omar, Ocean, Mary, Adam, Robert, COP 1225-199191.
Finland? Greenland is a wonderful place. We need it for international security. And I'm sure that Denmark will come along. I think it's costing them a lot of money to maintain it, to keep it. The people of Greenland are not happy with Denmark, as you know. I think they're happy with us. We had representatives, my son had representatives, went up there 2 weeks ago, and they like us. So we'll see what happens. But Greenland is necessary, not for us, it's necessary for international security. You have Russian boats all over the place. You have China boats.
Jeff, in my opinion, the most important executive order was government employees get your behinds back in office tomorrow. Yeah, no more.
I'll be meeting with President Putin. I don't know. I can't speak, Senator. So the first foreign trip typically has been with UK. But I did it with Saudi Arabia last time because they agreed to buy $450 billion worth of our product. I said, I'll do it, but you have to buy American product, and they agreed to do that. They bought $450 billion. It was the least reported story I've ever been involved in. Well, I don't know. If Saudi Arabia wanted to buy another 450 or 500, we'll up it for all the inflation.
Mr. President, you said you were going to end the war's first stage. How do you plan to end the Ukraine war?
Well, we're going to try and get it done as quickly as possible. It should have never started. You know, the war with Ukraine and Russia should have never started. It would have never started.
Global Press 1050.
Israel and Saudi Arabia to normalize relations.
I don't think I have to push it. I think it's going to happen, but maybe not quite yet. But it'll
2010
in the Accords, the Abraham Accords.
President Trump,
I think Saudi Arabia will end up being in the Abraham Accords. But you know, soon, not a long way. Ooh, look at that! It says TikTok. My, what is that all about?
First, we have Alaska, sir. This is an executive order relating to unleashing Alaska's potential as an energy reservoir for the entire nation.
Drill, baby, drill in Alaska.
I believe that would be included in aspects of the order.
We're opening up that.
On the same time, President Trump, you and your members of your team now used to
A lot of employment coming to Alaska.
Americans. What changed that you're not worried about that anymore?
Well, it depends on the deal. I mean, I may not do the deal, or I may do the deal. TikTok is worthless. Worthless if I don't approve it. It has to close. I learned that from the people that own it. If I don't do the deal, it's worthless. Worth nothing. If I do the deal, it's worth maybe $1 trillion. $1 trillion. So if I do the deal I'm talking about doing it for the United States. If I do the deal for the United States, then I think we should get half. In other words, I think the U.S. should be entitled to get half of TikTok. And congratulations, TikTok has a good partner. And that would be worth, could be $500 billion or something. It's crazy. The numbers are crazy. But
I am a fitness enthusiast, but I'm a busy parent of 2 young children. And
That it's worth this. If the president does sign, it's worth maybe $1 trillion. So I think, like a joint venture, I think we would have a joint venture with the people from
Nothing much going in Bakersfield right now, guys. So we do get a call. We'll head out to the call.
I think you probably like it. Because he's got nothing. They really have nothing. It's passed in Congress. It gives the president a right to make a deal or to close it. And we have 90 days to make that decision. But I could see making a deal where the U.S. gets 50% of TikTok.
Police 519 North Indian Street, cross the water for disposal.
A lot. Depends on them. But remember, they make telephones in China. They make all sorts of things in China. Nobody ever complains about that. They're complaining about this. There's so many different products made in China, and nobody ever complained about it. The only one they complain about is TikTok. And TikTok is largely young people. I guess I have a warm spot for TikTok that I didn't have originally. But you know, I went on TikTok, and I won young people up by 36%.
5616 Silver Crossing Street for a check for welfare, attempt to locate a unknown white female, blonde hair, mid-20s, ring of 10, sweater, blue jeans, wandering the streets, appears to be lost, and confused, talking to herself. She's also seen ducking down and hides when cars pass by, last seen westbound on foot.
TikTok could continue in business. And they'd have a great partner. The U.S. would be their partner. But the U.S. essentially would be paid for doing that half of the value of TikTok.
First Francisco,
Could be a lot. Tell you what, every rich person has called me about TikTok.
California 8, X-ray, George,
Because I got to use it.
from last year,
And remember, TikTok is largely about kids, young kids. If China's going to get information about young kids out of it, I think, to be honest with you, I think we have bigger problems. But you know, when you take a look at telephones that are made in China and all the other things that are made in China, military equipment made in China, TikTok, I think TikTok is not their biggest problem. But there's big value in TikTok if it gets approved. If it doesn't get approved, there's no value. So if we create that value, why aren't we entitled to like half? Mike never do news conferences like this? How many news conferences, Peter, has he done like this? None.
Never.
And it would be zero for the next infinity. For infinity, it would be zero. No. Elon, no.
February 18th.
Elon's very busy sending rocket ships up to various places with lots of satellites on them.
Missy, welcome.
Which one? Marco. He said Mako. Yeah, I think he's great. I think Marco's doing a fantastic job. I think he's going to get a lot of votes. I think he's going to be at 90% or something. I mean, I'm hearing very good. People know him. They know him in the Senate. They know he's good. He's doing a good job. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what's going to happen with that. He's got some very strong ideas. Marco.
Did you sign the TikTok order?
Yeah.
Yes, that was just signed.
Just signed it.
How many
Still changing Venezuela, changing power. Are you still committed with Maduro leaving power in
Well,
Venezuela?
we're going to find out about that too, because we're going to probably stop buying oil from Venezuela. We don't need their oil.
Another embargo like the first term?
Well, could be, but don't have to buy their oil. We have plenty of oil for ourselves. So.
President Trump.
That would be good. The Democrats didn't because they cheated like dogs. I believe in the sanctity, and this was too big to rig. This last election was just too big to rig. Really the opposite.
When do you plan to speak to President Putin?
Could be very soon.
Edward Boy, Team 799.
I have to speak to President
Thank you,
Putin.
Albert.
He can't be thrilled. He's not doing so well. I mean, he's grinding it out, but most people thought that war would have been over in about 1 week. And now you're into 3 years, right? So he can't be
Fourth South Street, copy your TL.
making him look very
will
good.
circulate the neighborhood.
Now, eventually, I mean, it's a big machine, so things will happen. But I think you'd be very well off to end that war. We have numbers that almost 1 million Russian soldiers have been killed. About 700,000 Ukrainian soldiers are killed. Russia's bigger, they have more soldiers to lose. But that's no way to run a country.
Medic 51, 1085.
Just gave me the right to sell it or close it. Essentially with TikTok, I have the right to either sell it or close it. And we'll make that determination. And we may have to get an approval from China too, I'm not sure.
First responder for
But I'm sure they'll approve it.
7.0.
And if they don't approve it, it would be somewhat of a hostile act, I think. But it's good for China if it gets approved.
So you're not guaranteeing that TikTok will be around after that?
With 110, 15, 30 miles zero.
Very well. It makes sense for it to be,
1709.
because it's got tremendous value.
4 Valley 3.
But if we create the value by approving, you know, in other words, that approval gives it tremendous value. If that's the case, then we should be entitled to 50% as a country. You understand? You haven't heard that one before.
4 Valley 5, copy. 4 Valley 3.
And nobody ever thought that
4 Valley
way.
5.
If you,
Valley 5.
I think you have a lot of people that would be
4
interested in
422 just
TikTok
occurred
with
at
the United States as a
402
partner.
Pacheco. RP advised the customer first of Rashad threatened to shoot him. RP has a video of the threat. Left in
One of the
a
better
Range
feelings
8
I've ever
Yellowberry Adam 438. Unknown if he has access to weapons.
Well, we're very experienced now. You would say nobody's ever had experience like I have. I've dealt with some very good people. I've dealt with some very bad people. I was very successful in primarily the real estate business. And people used to say, who's worse, a politician or a vicious real estate developer? And I would say, you know, the real estate developer is far worse. But after about 3 months and getting to know scum like Adam Schiff and other people like that, I said, no, actually, real estate people are quite nice by comparison.
You said you plan to speak with President Putin soon. What about President Zelensky? What's your message?
Yeah, I would, but he's told me he wants to make a deal. I mean, Zelensky wants to make a deal.
Copy now.
I don't know if Putin does. He might not. He should make a deal. I think he's destroying Russia by not making a deal. I think Russia's going to be in big trouble. You take a look at their economy, you take a look at the inflation in Russia. So I would hope, I got along with him great, and, you know, I would hope he wants to make a deal.
Mr. President, are you keeping U.S. sanctions on Russia until he makes a deal?
Well, sanctions or tariffs. I think the word tariff is much better because it keeps your dollar stronger. I think tariffs are more effective. I mean, I used sanctions on Iran. Iran was broke. When I left office, Iran was broke. They had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah. No.
Pushing channel 3.
Flat broke. And October 7th would have never happened. And I think you all know that. It would have never happened. They had no money. Now they're rich, but, you know, they're weakened in a different way. I would say that the one attack by Israel really set them back. It really set them back. The pages, and others. You know, the attack on air defense was a bad attack.
It's an executive order relating to reforms to the federal workforce, including to the senior executive service.
We're getting rid of all of the cancer. I call it cancer. The cancer caused by the Biden administration.
All for CVC, one for 25,000, the other two for 10,000.
The ceasefire in Gaza.
It'll be his X-ray suspended times 7 with service needed.
That's not our war, it's their war, but so I'm not confident. But I think they're very weakened on the other side. Gaza, boy, I looked at a picture of Gaza. Gaza is like a massive...
Nothing much going on in Bakersfield, guys. Nothing but medical calls.
It's really...
Only call we got was at 4:15. Somebody threatened the store clerk to shoot him. They caught it on video, but the suspect long gone.
On the sea, best weather, you know, everything's good. It's like beautiful things can be done with it, but that's very interesting. But some fantastic things can be done with Gaza. Well, it depends. I can't imagine. most of them are dead. Most of them are dead. But they didn't exactly run it well. Run viciously. You can't have that.
TikTok, sir, pause any decision on Chinese tariffs until you know what the resolution on TikTok will be.
If China didn't approve it, we could put tariffs on China. Don't forget, China charges us tariffs and we charge them very little, except for what I did. I put a lot of, took in hundreds of billions of dollars. But until I came along, China never paid 10 cents to this country. They ripped us off and they never paid anything. But like if we wanted to make a deal with TikTok and it was a good deal and China wouldn't approve it, then I think ultimately they'd approve it because we'd put tariffs on China. Maybe. I'm not saying I would, but you certainly could do that. And if we said, well, you're not going to approve it, then that's a certain hostility, and we'll put tariffs of 25, 30, 40, 50%, even 100%. And if we did that, I think they'd approve it.
President Trump, you've seen the other living presidents a couple times in the last few months. If you ever had to call on one of them for advice to, hey, what's going on, which one would you call?
It's an interesting. Well, I thought Bill Clinton was a very good politician. I don't think he was used properly. I think they disrespected him. When Hillary was running, he came back and he said, you know, you better get up to Michigan and Wisconsin. You remember that, Peter? Every house has a Trump sign on it. And they all laughed at him because the Republicans had won Michigan or Wisconsin for decades, long time. And they all laughed at Bill Clinton. Like, the hell does he know? And he turned out to be right because I won both of them. And then we just won both in this election, too. We won Wisconsin and Michigan and every other swing state. We won all the swing states. All 7. They talked about 7 swing states. We won them all. So, but Bill Clinton he had a great political sense, I think.
You looked like you were having a good conversation with President Obama and President Carter.
I was. And you'd like to know what it was? Everybody wants to know. I wouldn't want to. But we were having some crazy conversation. Why do you ask it a question like that? I don't think you want to know. You might be insulted.
It's an executive order relating to holding former government officials accountable for unlawful disclosure of sensitive information. This next one, sir, is a declaration of a national energy emergency.
That's a big one. You know what that allows you to do? That means you can do whatever you have to do to get out of that problem. And we do have that kind of an emergency.
President Trump,
Brian is missing the liquor store.
you use your power to the presidency to tell Americans who are concerned about wrongs.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. I will.
Then we
In
lost.
fact, I'd like to know because I just got here.
Okay. What do you think?
I just came here. I've been here for 15 minutes now. And I gotta read this letter too, because of you I found this letter.
I can read it for you.
It's interesting. Yeah, I knew you would. Your father would too.
But anything from
No, I think it's terrible. I would like to find out what it is and tell them.
Big Memorial is on a redirect until
In fact, I'd like to do the
1 hour redirect.
That was Susie. Okay. Yeah, what do we find out? You can imagine it's an energy that would have been, people would have gotten blown up all over. Maybe they were testing things. I don't know why they wouldn't have said what
Wake
it was.
up, Bakersfield.
Fisher 14.3.
Minster, which is interesting.
Lincoln 23, 10 4, 17, 17.
No security. Because then everything's shut down to drones. You know, you can shut that down pretty easily if you're sophisticated. They're very sophisticated, these people. No, it was just cold weather. And we made a good move because, first of all, I thought it was incredible in the Capitol today. You know why I liked it? Because I got great reviews on that speech. I got great reviews. Can you believe it? They actually were fair. Maybe the fake news is changing. But, yeah, unleashing energy production. But I thought it was, I think having it in the Capitol is great. Obviously, you can take care of the people you have to take care of. booming. And if we would have done it outside, people would have been hurt because it was really cold. You know, it was like, looked sunny. But when you stood outside for 10 minutes, people were running back in. It was really cold and really windy. The wind brings it down a lot. So we made the right decision. You couldn't have stayed. I don't think you could have had it down a lot.
My chat's frozen over here in the... YouTube chat.
Any transport units available to assist for Valley 10.
Unit available for Channel 1.
At this time. 2 copy.
Baker 509 going on.
509.
Good evening, City Baker 509, walking on post 1 off the time is 0500 Saturday night.
Up your log on. Have a good day. 1084.
Wake up, Bakersfield. My YouTube...
37.
Jerry, yes, he did.
66A, go ahead.
37 on Bakersfield Heart, room 231, transporting to Adventist. 01 Amber Ridge Drive.
So they don't have some lunatic like deranged Jack Smith, who's a total lunatic, by the way. Not a smart guy, he's a dummy. But we beat the hell out of him. Now we have precedent to do it. I don't want to do that. No, I think it makes you look very guilty.
A lot of
I
movement.
think it makes Biden look very bad, very weak, and very guilty. And, I mean, he pardoned everybody. How about this J6 committee? Why is he pardoning them? The reason is because if you delete and destroy documentation, everything, they have nothing because they were guilty as hell. They rigged it. It was a rigged deal. And when you do that, they look very bad, but I was a little surprised he did it. Liz Cheney, I mean, she's a lunatic.
Southwest to south for
She lost by the greatest margin in the history of a politician running for Congress.
3701
Like
South
40
Drive.
points.
In
The reason it was the greatest is because anybody losing that badly is going to drop out. But she's a nut job. She doesn't drop out. You know, she just keeps chugging forward. And she lost by almost 40 points. That's the biggest number anybody's ever lost by. But why would Biden do that? He pardoned everybody.
For
The
South
reason
1, I'll
is
show you
that
a route to handle the rest.
they destroy documents. And if you're even in a civil case, which this wouldn't be, I mean, people go to jail for a long time for doing that. What's this one?
That's unleashing American energy, sir. It relates to easing permitting processes and other regulatory systems to ensure that we can produce
For South 1 and 2,
efficiently to drive
the
the American
vehicle will be
economy.
parked on the west side of the park on
Looking
Sanctions.
around the office, we noticed some changes from the way the bike had it set up. Can you confirm that you have added back the Diet Coke?
I think this,
For South 310
first of all, I just got here. So my people came in. They have extraordinary decorator sense, right? Let me just see some of the pictures. That's a good one. I could live with him. I could live with George Washington. I could tell you. I can live with Thomas Jefferson. I can live with most of them. They took a very safe route. They don't have any bad ones up there.
Withdrawing from
What is this?
withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir.
That's a good
Oh, wow.
Yes, Diane, understand.
So we paid $500 million to World Health when I was here, and I terminated it. China with 1.4
Withdrawing from the
million
WHO.
people. We have 350 to we have, nobody knows what we have because so many people came in illegally, but let's say we have 325. They had 1.4 billion. They were paying 39 million, we were paying 500 million. It seemed a little unfair to me. So that wasn't the reason, but I dropped out. They offered me to come back for 39 million. In theory, it should be less than that, but you know.
Control Pulse 288, ETA, or Control 3.
And when Biden came back, they came back for 500 million. He knew that you could have come back for 39 million. They wanted us back so badly, so we'll see what happens. Pretty sad though, think of it. China pays 39 million and we pay 500 million. And China's a bigger country.
Mr. President, you spoke about inflation today in your remarks. What actions are you taking today
For 509, starting
direct impact for Americans on their everyday costs?
Well, the biggest thing factor for inflation is energy. They screwed up my energy policy. And then they went back to it. You know, they heard it really badly. And then they went back to it and they started doing more. But by that time it was too late. Many of these things that we're signing, and that Doug Burgum is going to be signing, and Chris Wright, who's phenomenal, you know, Department of Energy. We're going to be taking a lot. We're going to make a lot of money from energy. We have more than anybody else. We're going to make a lot of money from energy. We're going to make a lot of money from tariffs. You know, European Union charges us. They have a VAT tax of 20%, but it's really much higher than that. And that's the equivalent, almost the equivalent of a tariff. And they're tough. They're very tough. They don't take our cars. They don't take our farm product. They don't take almost anything. And yet we take their cars, we take their farm product. We take a lot from them. So, you know, we have like a $300 billion deficit with the European Union. So we'll straighten that out with either tariffs or they have to buy our oil. The one thing they can do, or oil and gas.
Units, be advised, the female was seen sitting on the bench on the west side of the park as a female fled in a vehicle.
They should do that.
All that we have going on right now is a domestic call at one of the parks. The female fled.
Talking about the European Union and the tariffs, like, what do you mean when you say that European Union conflict?
So it's going to be interesting, guys, to wait to see how everything plays out here within the next 100 days. It's going to be interesting to see how fast the borders get taken care of. I know executive orders have gone on today. CBP One app, as of 1 p.m., I believe, has been shut down. According to the U.S. Border and Customs website, CBP One app is no longer available. All the appointments have been canceled. He did mention earlier reinstating immediately remain in Mexico for all the asylum seekers to remain in Mexico as they wait for the court dates. He also mentioned rounding them all up and sending them back to remain in Mexico. So we'll see. Start drilling again. He signed an executive order just a little while ago regarding Alaska. Open up Alaska to drill. Open up the pipeline once again. So I want to go down to the border. Let's see. I'm going to see how I could make it happen, guys, here within the next 10 days. To see what the border's going to look like. He did mention he's going to send troops down to the border. So I'm guessing the first troops that are going to show up will be possibly, well, I mean, there's already troops and National Guards already in Texas, but I want to see how it's going to be different now, because we do know the National Guard's in Texas, but they can't do nothing. So we'll see how it's going to change and see how fast troops get down to parts of New Mexico, parts of Arizona, and here in California. Let me look up YouTube because my YouTube chat's frozen. Running off people sounds like it might be a little time consuming. It's gonna be a time consuming. I agree, but so much tax dollar saved. We're not all these people who are still living in Colorado, New York, Chicago, and all across the nation. Our tax dollars still paying for many hotels. Our tax dollars are still paying for their medical, their food stamps, and everything that else they get for free, handed over in a silver platter. So although time consuming, that tax money could be used on something much more important that will benefit our U.S. citizens and take care of our own before we start taking care of anybody else. Prime example I've always used, guys, you wouldn't go out, if your family's in need, you would never go out and take care of somebody that you do not know when you know that your family's in need first, and you take care of your family first. Same thing with our nation. We got to take care of our own before we're able to even consider helping others. Rita, welcome. Proper direction of funds will help things out a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Getting rid of extra programs we do not need. I mean, every day this nation's more and more in debt. We've got to be able to use that tax dollar a lot better. At least Dolly got. What's going on right now? Nothing much. Jumping up back over on YouTube. Awesome. My YouTube's frozen here. On the chat I'm seeing right now is Twitch and Facebook here. Oops.
We're talking to 10-6 with the male half on the west side of the park at the bench. Search and response station 6 area. Engine 6, rescue 6. Engine 41, truck 41. City Battalion 1305 Madison Street. Smoke from a previously burned abandoned structure. Summit Fire 2.
Alright guys, we're going down to this right here.
No. RP's at the Dollar General 3030 Brunswick. Second half is Joseph Gutierrez, born in 84. Last one, a black shirt and black jeans.
Smoke coming from a previously burned building. We're about 3 minutes away. 3 minutes away. There's the firemen heading out that way. We're right behind them.
At Saunders Park. He's off with 1035 Fifth Break for 594 out of county.
Alright, we're just gonna get through this traffic light and we'll be nearby the call, guys. We're about 2 minutes away, all depending on traffic lights and traffic. This is for smoke coming out from a previously burned building. Awesome, Princess Peach. For everybody that got the day off, enjoy your day off. No, I did not watch it live. I was asleep. Princess Peach. I didn't get a chance to go back and re-watch the speech. So no fire, guys. They are investigating. They're requesting for other units to stage. Through that. Yeah, I seen some smoke in the alley over here. We got people blocking the roadway.
Not fighting, right? Get up under and go ahead. Single person ambulance only. 10-5, rehab, thank you.
So no fire, guys, just a little smoke coming out.
Copy your log on, have a good shift. 66 cents. Finger 484 with 298. Medic 5298. unit here. Unit complete. Hey, Spanish speaking unit. Control 1.
No fire, guys. Just a little smoke coming out. Let's get out of here.
Over property at 10013 Tuscarora Drive.
Yeah, I'm in Montana, I do. Heading up there right now.
Additional unit respond with me. Second half is known to live at 1020 for a prior call.
Central 210, we route 1.
Hi, Central 210 4. 1021 to RP to confirm. Second half is still no longer 1097. Occupying an orange Nissan, kick to the side.
Seven, guys. The game is tied.
Signal stops local 2019 Jeep tax speed current.
Yes, Marlene. 14-7 Buckeyes.
Copy 9 George, yellow rubber 566 on a white Q. Confirm the last use 526. 566. Check mark.
I used to watch you fall asleep. Damn, the nights are long, Joe. Without you, I'm sorry. I wish I could still be doing it 100% full time, just not possible. With cancel culture and the yanking all revenue. No longer possible. Enjoy your lurk, Francis.
South 43.
Why am I not on the Stringers Life website? Because I haven't reached out to Jeremy, and I don't know if I want to yet. I think we're doing okay, growing our own YouTube channel without any help besides Damon from Smoking Scan, who has given us a couple of shout outs here and there. Well, one thing I do see in Stringers Live, it's the same people jumping from one spot to another spot. I want to take a different approach. I'm not saying Stringers Live is wrong or not the way to go. It's just me this time around. But Jeremy's a great guy. I text for me just to text Jeremy, and we'll be on Stringers Live.
Information, text 580 minus, returning at the control shift for parking. Confirm the whole tag number. Ice will start tomorrow. Oh, Uncle Bill, thank you so much for that.
not Emma, Montana. Well, that being said, guys, I gotta head out to work. I wish I could stay out and stream for you guys, but got responsibilities to take care of. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here at IRT Media, in Real Time Media. Thank you, mods, for all the help. Thank you, everybody who supports the channel, not only through your time, but also financially. It's what keeps us running. It pays for fuel, pays for the stream expenses. Joe, what's happening with the fires? Much containment? There's been gaining some containment. It's not fully 100% contained. I'll bring you guys updates on percentage tomorrow. But thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. You all be blessed. Stay safe. It's a great day today in America. It'll be a great week. I can't wait for what the first 100 days brings us of the new administration. We'll see what we could do to get down to the San Diego border within the next 10 days to see how fast they move in, clean up that area, and we'll see what takes place. But thank you, everybody. You all stay safe, be blessed. We'll see you tomorrow. The same time, guys. Tomorrow about the same time, we'll be out streaming. Hopefully it's a lot busier than today. Today, nothing much was going on this afternoon, evening in Bakersfield. Hopefully tomorrow's different. Until then, bye-bye.